Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Oh, another day, and it's so nice to see you and be here with you. But I want to cordially invite you to the Health and Wellness Show. This is November 7th, 2023. If you can really believe that it's already November, it's going to be
I know.
New year. Wow. Okay, we have on our team Sister Ebony, Sister Jacqueline, and Sister Deitra. And it's a pleasure to serve you this day, hosting this show. Let's see, and I'm going to start with an oracle reading.
Okay.
For those of you, well, I guess everybody here except Vickie, we read from the African Goddess Rising book, guidebook. Let me see, let me show you what it looks like. And okay, let me see if you can see this. Okay, it's the African Goddess Rising Oracles cards. So what I'm going to do is, I haven't chosen yet. I'm going to pick. All right, what do we get today? Ooh. Let me show you. I'm up here looking at it. Wait.
She dancing?
Let me look at it. It looks like it, yeah. And this is Abo Nimba. Abo Nimba. Okay, let's see what she has to say. 48. You know I'm missing Mama Evelyn. Okay, Abo Nimba. Okay, it says that she is the goddess of harvest. Perfect timing. Goddess of harvest. She's of the Guinea tribe. She is of the high priestess temple, and she's a water element. Abo Nimba is a Baga fertility goddess, and Nimba is her living spiritual healing mask. Oh, she has a mask on, yes, right. Together, they embody the sacred feminine and abundance. Her guidance is, give thanks. You are being blessed. It is a harvest time. It is harvest time. Pray attention. Oh, that's interesting. Pray, not pay attention, but pray attention. I like that.
Yeah.
A season of great harvest is a season of great epiphanies. You are prospering. And the embodiment is, harvest is when you reap the blessings that you have been sown. That you have sown, sorry. Let me read it again. Harvest is when you reap the blessings you have sown. The harvest is not the fulfillment of your dreams, but the creation of them. Your thoughts, your imagination, the blessings of you being here another day on this earth. That is all harvest. That's nice to think of it that way, I think. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all? Let me read that one again. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all? And the goddess declaration is, we are always prospering. Oh, that makes me very hopeful. Okay.
Can you read that last part again?
Yes. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all?
Nice.
It is nice, right? That gives us some food for thought. Huh, okay. Does anyone have anything to share about the reading today?
Good. Oh.
I know I like when you said about I think it was like two or three lines before the end about the harvest. Wait, what was it? You responded as well.
Oh, harvest is when you reap the blessings that you have been sown. Is that what the one?
I think it had to do with
Oh, the harvest is not just the fulfillment of your dreams,
there you go.
but the creation of them.
Yes.
That is a different way to think about it.
Yes. Yes.
Harvest is not just the fulfillment
Of your dreams, but the creation of them.
Yeah, because we never fulfill them. We're always in the midst of something, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because you only got them 24 hours and only you have what 12 of those or maybe a little more that you're working, and then the other part you sleep, and then you wake up and you continue, and then you wake up and then you continue, and then you wake up and you continue. Somebody has said to me about I was talking to a potential coach, and she was saying that now take your time and all that stuff, because it's not gonna. I said, girl, let me tell you something. I don't subscribe to like okay. From the moment that I got the idea that I'm going to do a particular thing in my life, I'm gonna open a business, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna do that, right? From the moment that I said, now I'm creating this as I'm talking to y'all, right?
Okay, right.
So that from the moment, and even before that, but from the moment that I knew, we'll take Elizabeth, from that day of my birthday, and that comes into me because I never heard it before, right? Besides just somebody preaching it. When he spoke of it as being pregnant, Elizabeth and being pregnant and lessons from the conception, I from the moment that happened, the vision began.
Yes.
right.
From the moment, right? And then, but even before that, I was in preparation for the moment. Like as a little girl, I used to do that.
Yes.
What do you love? What do you like? I didn't know to say, what are you pregnant with? I was just saying, what do you like to do? What makes you happy? So I was telling her that I've been on that path for the longest. So my patience is just walking through it.
Right.
And
yes.
you see different evidences of it. Like when I opened the school, it's not the big school, but I opened the school.
Right.
Prepare for the big school.
Yes.
So in every moment. So I've always been patient, because you can't do nothing but
be patient, right?
Walk it out. Just walk it out. So I like when she says that. It's it's always I'm understanding more now that even leaving the earth.
Yes.
I did stuff before. I was a queen before.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So I just told her I don't have no. I said, girl, I'm 70 years old. You know how long I've been doing that? You know, so no, don't, you know, because you can only do what you can do that day.
Right.
That
This
second.
moment, I can only do what I'm doing in this moment.
Right.
If I get hard on myself, it's just going to make life rougher.
Exactly.
So if we're going to give grace and patience to anybody, we need to give it to ourselves, you know. Yeah, but I like that. I like that harvest. I'm still reaping stuff from, I'm still reaping, yeah.
Yes, yes.
You know, because when it comes back around, you don't know when it's going to come back around or how.
You don't know. You
Yeah.
don't. You have
Yeah.
to be open to whatever the universe gives us.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything to share?
I do.
Go ahead, Miss
Oh my
Jack.
God, she is so alive.
Wait until you see me. Wait till you see me. I'm not claiming that, but thank you. I'm accepting.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
So
You're right.
what this brought to mind for me is, you all, my Earth Day was this past Sunday.
Oh, happy Earth Day. Thank you for coming.
63 years young.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
No, so Baba Gabri, he and I are working right now on my astrological chart.
Okay.
And he sent me on my Earth Day birthday, which made me think, what reminded me as you were reading this about harvest, and
Yeah.
especially the statement of what seeds of generosity, love, support, goodwill can you I sow in my community to create a beautiful harvest for all.
Yes.
And one of the things that, with that saying, even the word community, sometimes right now when we think of community, we think of like this global, this bigger picture community.
Yeah.
But our community is our family, our friends, those people that we can touch right away.
Yes.
That's a reminder of that community. But what Gabri sent to me, and I'm gonna read a little bit from it. He starts out by saying, "Dear Sister Jacqueline, birthdays, as you know," which I didn't know this, but birthdays, as you know, are actually our personal New Year's and
Oh,
should be observed as such. And it's a powerful way to honor is to spend the first, or them, our year, is to spend the first few hours alone giving thanks for the souls through which we came into the world.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Think of the genetic resources that contains your particular talents, abilities, and offer a prayer of gratitude for the relatives, friends, and associates that have made major or minor contributions to your growth and development during the course of your life.
Nice.
We go, congratulate yourself on the progress made in the last 12 months and plan goals and objectives for the next year. The first 12 days of this new birth cycle will influence your next 12 months. So be aware of your thoughts, words, and deeds.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm like,
Huh.
New Year's is New Year's, but this is my new year because I'm going from 62 to 63.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
So I think this is awesome for all of our recognition because, like I said, when he wrote, as you know, no, I didn't know that my new year should be, my birthday should be my personal new year.
Right.
And I love that. And bringing that into with the harvest and what the part I just read about going forth, what harvest can I put forth through my community
Yes.
and adding that to this new awareness. I am, for these next 12 days, my focus will be on what impact and what ways do I want to impact my community. And that includes all you women in Elizabeth's and all the other programs that I'm involved with. What can I do to make a difference?
Oh, well, I wish you definitely strength in doing that because I think it's worthwhile for sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, greetings. I'm Miss Lolly and Mama Evelyn.
Greetings.
If you're talking, Mama Evelyn, your microphone is on, off or off.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying I didn't hear the reading because I was washing dishes and giving cats water and
With her beautiful flowing hair.
thank you.
Good seeing you, Mama Evelyn, this morning.
Good seeing you too.
Hey, Miss Lolly.
I'm gonna read it again because it's worth another read, because this was real good for you to read. Let me see. Okay, it says, oh, the goddess today was Abo Nimba, and this is the picture. So can you see it? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, Abo Nimba.
What
Okay,
are those things all around her?
I know, right, right.
Things she's manifested or something, or harvest. It's just items.
And one thing I want to do is learn to study these cards, because they do give a lot of information in them too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she has a mask on and everything. Okay, so it says her guidance is give thanks. You are being blessed. It is a harvest time. Pay attention. That stands out to me. Instead of pay attention is pray attention.
Mm-hmm.
A season of great harvest is a season of great epiphanies. You are prospering. The embodiment is harvest is when you reap the blessings that you have been sown. The harvest is not just the fulfillment of your dreams, but the creation of them. Your thoughts, your imagination, the blessing of you being here another day on this earth, that is all harvest. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all? And the goddess declaration is, you are always prospering. That's very hopeful for me. Did anybody else get anything else from the reading today? Okay.
I'm gonna have to think on it.
All right.
But
Okay.
definitely be in gratitude always.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I say we are always prospering. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just be in that state of mind. I remember, I think it was last Thursday, Reverend Armani said, you know, it's amazing. All of you should be excited about something,
Mhm.
come on here excited. And I thought about that. I was like, you know what? It's a lot I can be excited about. I mean, really excited about. And so I need to take time to really think about that and be able to talk about it, or at least show it, So Miss Vickie, you're new to this. You hear anything you like?
Well, I really kind of like the idea of what you're saying about being able to share what is, would you say, what is new in your life, what you appreciate in your life. You know, I know that I appreciate so much. I am a COVID survivor.
Yeah.
And once you are once you have been diagnosed with a particular thing, anything that could actually end your life, you become very, very positive about life and what's going on. You appreciate everything that you do. You honor every day that you wake up. You try to put as much into that day as you possibly can. I right now I you know, I get up sometimes at night, I write down things that I need to do the next day,
Okay.
which I find is very, very interesting because sometimes the next day I forget what I'm supposed to be doing that day.
All
So if
right.
I write it down and I know in the morning I have a project that I am going to pursue that day,
Yeah.
then keeps me going, it keeps me busy, it keeps me thinking about my next venture. So when my turn comes, I will talk about some of my ventures and the things that keep me going through
Yeah.
my lifetime. Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are actually a few minutes to 8:30. So let me finish describing our day today. Okay, we're gonna have two presentations. One will be from Miss Vickie Dobbins, and she's gonna share, like she said, she's gonna share some of the things that keep her going and keep her prospering. And then we're gonna have Baba Gabri. He's gonna be coming before us again today to share some more information.
Awesome.
We were very excited from what he shared before. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, Miss Vickie, I'm actually gonna turn it over to you, honey.
Oh, wow. Already. Okay. I hope that I actually prepared myself. Again, I start the night before trying to get everything together. So let me go on and say, good morning, ladies. This is my first time. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Vickie Dobbins, and I am going to talk about today the Dabo Center and some of the things that they do there. I don't know if you ladies are familiar with Reverend Sheffield, but
Yeah.
he had,
Vickie,
yes.
can you pull you? We see like half of your face. Can
Oh.
you pull your camera so we can see a little bit
I
more?
don't know. Can I? Let's see. I don't know.
I don't know. Can you
Wait a
pull it?
minute.
Are you on your phone or are you on a?
On my iPad.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can. Is there a way to set it
Pull
up
it
higher?
back a
Yeah.
bit. There you go. Right there. Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Perfect.
Now we see your beautiful,
Beautiful.
oh, beautiful face. There you go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so just recently, I just gonna give you a little bit of background about me because I am new. I am a River Rouge resident. I am a precinct delegate for many, many years with the 13th district. So I'm kind of political. And then I have been on the River Rouge School Board approximately twice. And so I feel like I'm a part of my community. I have been my neighborhood Black Club president for many years. And so I really feel connected with my community. And so I am a member of the Sierra Club, NAACP, let's see, what are we, Deitra, with Sierra Club, NAACP. But anyway, I have a lot of organizations that I am affiliated with. Now, just recently, I got a call from Reverend Sheffield, and he asked me if I would be his representative in the Southwest Detroit area for the new health and wellness program that he has. And I am so proud of the fact that he chose me out of all the people that he could have chosen. He chose me. And so I am really, really happy about that. So let me first of all introduce to you guys Reverend Sheffield. I don't know if you know him, but this is Reverend Sheffield, Horace Sheffield. And his organization is the Dabo Center and is located at, I'm sorry, I got it, at 12048 Grand River in Detroit, okay? And at the Dabo Center, they offer so many health and welfare programs. It is just unreal. Not only is it health and welfare, he also teaches you how to use your computer. They have exercise programs, and he will help you with your DTE and gas bills and, you know, all those kinds of things. They have certain days that you can go in and get help for your utilities. Now, one of the things that's going on with the Dabo Center right now is they have what they call a WAVE project, the WAVE project. WAVE project is a, I'm going to call it a van or a mobile home or something that has showers. This is a shower for homeless men, women, where they can come in and get a shower. They will be given new underwear, toothbrush, soap, t-shirts, anything that they need to clean themselves up that particular day. This is happening every Monday between 8:30 a.m. and 10 o'clock a.m. at the Dabo Center.
Is
Yes.
there a website? I can pull it up so we can see it.
The website is www.dabo, D-A-B-O, Detroit, Inc.com. That Dabo Detroit Inc., that's all one word, .com.
Okay, honey, go ahead.
So this is the flyer for the WAVE project.
And what area of Detroit is it mobile, or is it, do they have a set spot?
So the mobile unit will drive itself to the Dabo parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then the young people who want to go in and take a shower, this thing is set up like a shower. You know, you go in,
That's
you
nice.
get a unit, and they will give you your underwear, your toothbrush, your soap, face cloth, towel, and underwear, and they may even give you new shirts and pants.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Don't ask me. I don't want to be positive about that. I'm just saying maybe it will happen and maybe it won't. But anyway, this will happen every Monday between 8:30 and 10 at the Dabo Center at 12048 Grand River Avenue, Detroit. Now, if you want to call Reverend Sheffield, you can feel free at 313-491-0003. Now, this is the one program. The next program for the Dabo Center is every Wednesday. They will give you it's vaccination day. Now, the reason why I'm going to give you two, because every Wednesday, the Mason and Star will be at the Dabo Center. Now, if you like Mason and you like Star, those are radio hosts, they will be at the Dabo Center at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, that was a little early for me, so I didn't make that one. But anyway, between 6 and 10, you will go in and get free vaccinations. Not only do you get a free vaccination, you will get a COVID vac, a flu, shingles, pneumonia, and an RSV. Now, I'm not quite sure what RSV means right now, but anyway, I went myself this past Saturday and I received 5 shots. Should I have taken 5? I don't know, but I did. Anyway, I feel safe.
Can I share real quick? RSV is a respiratory viral issue that adults get. You know, some people have these coughs and they don't know why. So they're saying RSV, there's a shot now to eliminate that or combat it.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for that. So anyway, this is the vaccination day on Wednesdays, okay? Now, also, he has vaccination day on Saturday. So if you missed Wednesday, you can't make it between 6 and 10, you can still go on Saturday between 8 and 12. Now, that's what I did. At 12 o'clock, well, it was about 10 o'clock. But I went in and I got all my shots. Reverend Sheffield has free breakfast. And when I tell you guys, you know, you get free breakfast every Saturday morning, and it's delicious. Bacon, eggs. They give you salmon croquettes and grits and biscuits and coffee, juice. It is a wonderful breakfast. I'm always late. And when I get there, guess what? The food is gone. So I try to get there before 9 o'clock, but I'm late when I get there. The place is packed, and you'd be surprised at how many people, I'm just saying this, I'm not, you know, because I don't want to say how that people are hungry, but on Saturday morning at the Dabo Center, the place is packed and the line is long to get their free breakfast, okay? And then he has the radio show. You can chime in. You can talk about different issues on this radio show. So, and I'll just talk about that in a minute, but let's just stick with the vaccinations. So between 8 and 12 on any Saturday, right now, up until the end of December, you can get your free vaccination. Now, when I say free, he will need your insurance card and your ID. So be prepared. Go get your shots. They're free. You don't have to go to the doctor's office. You don't have to wait forever. These are good shots. I've been taking them for the past couple of years, and they've been working for me really well. So thank you so much. I'm so happy to be able to give that information to so many people. Also,
Question before
yes,
you go to a different subject. Do you know how Reverend Sheffield funds different programs? How does he get money to do it?
well, let me just say that Reverend Sheffield is super duper with grants and federal monies,
Okay.
and money, his money just comes in. Okay, he gets a grant for all kinds of things. I'm telling you, the man is phenomenal. Okay, and so I would suggest sometimes if you are not doing anything, just drop in and say hello to him. He is so he talks to the community.
Okay,
You know,
good.
he will actually say hello to you. He will actually bring you into his office and, you know, and find out what is your concern. Okay, what is that you want to know? And that's what I like about him. I mean, you know, he is so hands-on with all of us. So
Yeah.
Are there any other questions about the vaccinations and the location so far?
Yes.
And the showers, and the showers.
Yes. That's beautiful. The showers, that is wonderful.
Yes.
My question is, to be honest with you, when I heard about how many shots you got and how many shots they're giving our seniors and stuff, I had to, okay, because we're more holistic. So let me ask you this. What are they doing to help them eat right, those types of things that would do better for them than all those shots. And especially if they're taking all those shots, how do they fortify the body naturally? Are there cooking classes? Are there eating classes? Are there health natural things that are also going on with them coming in there and getting all them shots and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let me say this. Reverend Sheffield has so many programs going on, and I know at one time he did have a health and wellness program where they did exercise, they did dancing, they did food cooking, because they okay, you know, he also passes out food, and I don't want to really give you the dates because I don't have that in my brochure, but once a month they give out a food box, okay? And in that food box, they have healthy food. Now, do they tell you, maybe they have cooking classes there? I know they used to, but you know how things start off really good and then they kind of fade out.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of faded out. I know his exercise program, it was going really, really well. And then it kind of faded out, I think. And then he had Seniors Day where Fast Freddy was the exercise. He was the exercise and dance guru and for the seniors. And that was going really good. I think that kind of faded out. So the question is, what does he have for healthy? I think he does, or he has had that. But along with that, he's giving these shots, and they're free shots for seniors. If you are not that person that wants to exercise, you can still get your shots. Now, do I suggest that everybody do what I did and take 5 shots in one day? I don't know if that's
the wise thing.
I don't know. I listen, I never felt bad at all.
Good.
I feel good. It never, you know, shook my system up. Nothing. Right on going with my day. I did well. However, my arms are sore. And I think I took my shots on Saturday. Today is Tuesday, and my arms are still a little sore, you know, but I'm good. So, but just like I say, I'm a survivor. So mentally, as a survivor, you are saying, I'm taking everything you got, because I don't want to go there and I don't want to do that ever again. I try to be very, very cautious about, you know, I'm going to say where I go and, you know, some of the things that I do. And yeah, I try to take the shots, and I've had all my shots and all my boosters and all these things that they tell us that are good for us that will prevent, you know, COVID. And then I try to help other people. Now, you know, they sent me so many of those sample packages until I had many, and I was talking to my girlfriend. She said, Vickie, I don't have any, and I have to go to the store and buy them. I said, you don't have to buy any more because I got so many. I'm gonna share them with it. And I took her about 4 of those boxes packed. Wait a minute, I had them in a pack, so I think it's about 3 or 4 in the pack. Okay. So she's got a lot. She'll be able to survive for a little while until she needs some more. But you know, we have to know how to share. A lot of times our seniors, they want things, they need things, but who's gonna give it to me? You know, but I think at one time, Sheffield Center, you could go there and get those free testers too, you know, or you could be tested there. Okay. So he's got so many programs right now for health and wellness until it's almost impossible. You almost don't have to go to the doctor. Oh, I have one other thing. Well, I'll tell you that in a minute. But anyway, so I did the vaccination and the shower. Now, I also want to tell you that he has a blood pressure program.
Mhm.
Myself and my friend, we went and we took our vaccinations, and then they said, just check to see if you have high blood pressure. I said, oh, my blood pressure is good. I don't have to worry about that. You know, I'm good. Well, you know, blood pressure is the silent killer. It will
Right.
kill you, and you won't even know that you're getting what you're doing, you know. So we went into the next room and we had our blood pressures taken. And guess what? My blood pressure was like 160, 165. People set me down, gave me some water, gave me this and that, you know, because I didn't know. And there was a doctor. There's a doctor on the property, okay, that will tell you, go sit down. What are you doing? Where's your blood pressure medicine? So they gave us a blood pressure cuff, and they connected us with the doctor and the nurse where we could be monitored daily.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, and I did that for, I think we did it for about 2 months until my blood pressure stabilized. And I still have my cuff where I check my blood pressure regularly. Okay. Because I don't want that thing to sneak up on me, and I don't know. And ladies, I'm sorry to tell you, I'm kind of bad at taking my medicine like I'm supposed to. Okay.
Join the crew.
I know. I'm
This
kinda,
year.
yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know what happens, but, I get on with my day. And when I know anything, it's night, and then I haven't taken my medicine. But
Mhm.
since my blood pressure has been kind of staggered the past couple of weeks, I said, I'm going to get on my medicine, and I'm going to stay, and I'm I'm going to get my ritual together every morning, take my medicine, so that I can see if that's the problem, or is there something else that's wrong with me. Okay. So anyway, at the Dabo Center, you can get your blood pressure checked and your sugar. I got my sugar. I don't have sugar diabetes, but you get that sugar test, okay? And cholesterol. So there are so many programs there. They're free. It's no reason why we should not check ourselves. We need to know our numbers, ladies, and we just need to know that. We just have to. So let me also, I'm moving forward now. I'm going into another little area with the Dabo Center. Reverend Sheffield has a new community center. It's called the Bridge Center. It's located at 9928 Grand River. That's like up the street from where he was. Now, Reverend Sheffield had a sister who passed away, and he dedicated this building to his sister. And so I've been there. It's very, very beautiful. As a matter of fact, ladies, it's the old library that was on Grand River and Livernois. If you're familiar with Grand River and Livernois, down there by what's the name of that church? Prospect? Is that Prospect Church? Anyway, it's close to Livernois and Grand River. Anyway, it was y'all, whoever is doing that, you are so great. Thank you. Oh, that's wonderful. His sister was Dr. Lavon Sheffield, and she passed away just recently, and he dedicated this building to her. And so at this particular center, I'm telling you, oh my God, who is doing that? Oh my God, you are wonderful.
Doing that, Queen.
That's his sister. Yes. Oh, you guys are great. Oh, that is so cool. You're gonna have to listen, we're gonna have to have another class where you teach me how to do those things, okay? But anyway, at this particular center, this month, Friday, November the 17th at 7 o'clock. Let's see if you can pull that up. Friday, November the 17th at 7 o'clock, the Dabo Center is going to be featuring, now I don't know if this is the real Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes or what.
Ooh, nice.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. I hope I have my tickets, and it's going to be a concert. And when I tell you I'm going to be there, it says 7 o'clock, but I'm going to be there at 5:30. And yeah, there you go. Oh, who is doing that? That is so, oh man, I love you. That is great. Isn't that wonderful?
This is your website.
Oh, okay. I never been on it, so I didn't know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's wonderful. But anyway, see if you can pull this one up. It's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And guess what? It's free. Now, I don't know if you can get in now because you had to go in and do that barcode and get your tickets or something like that. But this is one of the programs that he gives the community. It's free. Now, just to answer some of your questions, Deitra, I believe this is also a grant where somebody is paying Reverend Sheffield to open up that building, to have these people there, and to let the community come in for free. Now, you can't beat that with a stick, can you? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's going to be November the 17th. And he has different speakers that are coming in between now, and he's got this all the way up until maybe speakers all the way up until like maybe April. And the particular page sheet that I wanted to show you, I just don't have it. But anyway, whoever is on that computer, you can probably pull it up for January, February, and March. I know Reverend what's his name? Reverend oh shoot. Anyway, he's coming in February. Somebody is coming in January. But these are some of the things that the Dabo Center are doing. This gentleman is Jamal Bryant, pastor and author for the former political, and he's a former political candidate. He's coming December the 13th at 6 o'clock p.m. and he's going to be speaking to the community. Okay.
Nice.
Mhm.
He's good. I like Jamal Bryant. Mm-hmm.
So, so these are some of the things that are offered through the Dabo Center. Reverend Sheffield has been doing an awesome job of giving all of the community so many programs. It's just awesome. And I'm just so happy to be on his list of people who are going to be working with him. I'm just excited about it. So, yeah. Now, how much time do I have?
Let's see. You have about 10 minutes.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, so ladies, I'd like to go into another segment with you. I have been, and I didn't know, I have been named as a new author. I wrote a book.
Yay.
Yes. Again, African Americans, male and females, we can put our juices together. And I like what you said, sister, that you don't know what's going to happen, but you start creating something and you keep it moving and you keep it going and you keep your mind working at all times. I wrote this, and it came out last October the 22nd. So that tells you that I'm still trying to move and shake. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So this book is called The Bachelor and the Bachelorette.
Yes.
Now, why? Because as a single woman, I was going out. I go to church. I go out. I ballroom dance, and I met a really nice guy along the way. We began to date and go to concerts, and we did some traveling, and we just had so much fun. And what I found is that when you date over 50, it's so much different than it was when I was a young lady dating. I mean, nothing went right. I don't care what it was. It was not going to be right. Okay. And he did this wrong and that wrong. And I was not going to put up with it. And I'm not going to do it. And, so I always congratulate couples who have been able to be together for 30 and 40 years. What in the world? Ooh-wee.
I just celebrated 38 years and 43 years together.
You are kidding me. Oh my goodness. How in the world do you do that? But in my book, it says we can do that. But guess what? It's a process. It's something that you have to sit your pride and your whatever on the back burner. Sometimes you have to talk and communicate. You have to let your partner know exactly what you like and what you don't like. And he has to know how to respect you. You have to know how to respect him. And then you can get 43 years with somebody. Okay. So right now I got 6 years in.
All right.
But it, it takes a lot. It does, it's not that well, let me say this. It's not really that hard because we don't argue, we don't fuss, and we don't fight. But I don't take it to an argument, a fuss, and a fight. If you say you don't like potatoes and fried potatoes, I'm not going to sit up and make fried potatoes for you. And you already said you didn't want them. So, we got to do something different. And that was the problem, I think, with a lot of our young people. They want to test. They want to see, well, you said you didn't like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we don't do that anyway. We respect and honor our significant other. That's what we do. Now, let me go back to the book. The book is on sale on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and it's been selling. And I'm really, really happy about that. I have sold quite a few. Now, as we move forward with our book, we don't stop there. I have come up with a event that we want to have that's going to help other young people come out and meet somebody. So this is the Bachelor and the Bachelorette Mix and Mingle.
Nice.
On November the 11th, we're gonna come out. We're gonna meet other people. We're gonna dance and we're gonna eat. I call it, they say, light refreshments. And we're going to meet other people and dance and have fun and just mix and mingle. And so that's going to be this coming Saturday. I invite each and every one of you to come out and join us. You don't have to stay all night, but just come and see what it's like to just be a part of people who are wanting to like meet somebody. Sometimes you're not out. You know, I always tell my ladies, don't go out looking like you hungry for a relationship. Just go and relax, have fun. And
Yeah.
let me tell you one thing about men. Men want to meet a nice lady too. Okay. So you don't have to sit there like you're on pins and needles. Ooh, I hope somebody says something to me. No, just relax, enjoy yourself. And guess what? That gentleman will come and meet you. Okay.
That's right.
These are the tickets. We're not gouging anybody. We're not trying to, we want to have fun. This ticket is $10, prepaid, $15 at the door. Okay. And all of this is, I'm sorry to tell you, this is just me trying to have fun and enjoy people and support young people 50 and over. And here was the interesting part. They had on the what is that? The Bachelor and the Bachelorette TV program.
Yeah.
Now they have, he's a senior bachelor or something. And I said, oh, I believe these people taking all my information. I don't know how this is going. So I'm hoping that someone will look at the African American, because we're different.
Yes.
We're not exactly like that. I don't want 25 men in front of me that I gotta pick one. I don't want him to have to pick between 25 different women. That's kind of hard to do. But the show is really awesome. I mean, for those people, since I've been with the Bachelor and the Bachelorette in my own world, this was really the first time I actually sat down and watched to see what do they really do. So it's been very interesting to see how it works. Dating,
Vickie,
sharing.
I want to let you know that Vickie has talked on different shows about this topic. She asks questions and stuff. So she's been going at it.
Yeah. So I like to right now turn it over to the rest of the group and just ask the question if you like. And before my segment is over, I'd like to answer a couple of questions for you.
Well, I wanted to know, Vickie, do you need me and my husband to come and chaperone you all? Make sure you're on your best behavior.
You know what? I need some help, okay?
43 years old, I think we know a few things.
But that's the thing, that's the beauty in the thing, that young people can see. If you get the right partner, you can get 43 years.
Yeah.
You can get 43. I was on a cart with the lady and the gentleman. She was driving, he was sitting in the back. And so he told me, yeah, we've been together for 40 years. I said, really? How in the world did you do it? He said, I don't know. But 40 years went by. He said, guess what? I wouldn't trade her for nothing. What?
Aww.
Yes, he's still saying he wouldn't trade her. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is.
That's a great thing. I mean,
yeah.
That's the one. I mean, I hope that after 40 years, somebody would say that about me. I don't know. But it's a wonderful thing to have somebody to honor you like that,
Yeah.
Yes.
We went on
I would appreciate you coming and showing these young people how to do it. Yes. And we still dance together. We still go out together. They just think, well, if we get together and we get married or something, life is going to stop. No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
We still dance. We dance, just break out in a dance. It doesn't, just make each other laugh. And my aunt's boyfriend at the time, he said, baby, he said, how you find someone that's perfect for you you find somebody that makes you laugh.
That's right.
Because when you're too old to do anything else, he can still make you laugh.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
even that's funny. Look, even that'll be funny.
He's too
Okay.
old to do anything else. He can still make you
He
laugh.
can still make you laugh. You will still be laughing because that's funny.
Mhm.
But but yeah, it's a journey, and I want to see people come out and enjoy the journey, okay, and
Yes.
know that it's not just Caucasians, but we also have we love each other. So we have a really good time, and so and it's just different. It's not all about it's different, okay? And
Yes.
we enjoy each other, and it's really nice. We have gone to club. People used to seeing us now. Somebody called us Ashford and Simpson.
Okay, okay.
That's nice.
You get created names after a while, Ashford and Simpson. I thought that was really, really cute.
We have a couple questions in the chat, Vickie, if you don't.
Okay. How do I see that? I don't know.
I'll read it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, a question was, is she going to be a vendor at the Elizabeth Bazaar? Okay, we have a annual conference every year where we have speakers and vendors and things like that. So they want to know if maybe you can be a vendor at our event.
I would love to be a vendor at the event. That would be so nice. And I have been a vendor at a couple of book signing events. Yes. And so that would be so nice. Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. And the next question is, where is your event? Where is it? The bachelorette.
Okay, the bachelorette party event, Mix and Mingle, will be located at Black's Place, which is at 2711 South Schaefer, in Detroit, 48217. Black's Place is a nice little small place that you can mix and mingle. We're gonna have music. I'm gonna have some other writers there. I will have a book signing that day. We will have light refreshments and just a nice time from 7 to 1 o'clock, 7 p.m. to 1 o'clock a.m. And so we just really want people to come out and dance and just enjoy yourself.
Okay, well, thank you. And someone says, please put the information here. Whoever.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I just want to make sure.
So was she able to pull the flyer up? Okay, great. Okay.
There.
What about the flyer? You can get to the flyer to pay before.
Well,
how would you pay before?
Well, I like to say that's a $64,000 question. We did have a what do you call it, QR code, and you were supposed to be able to pay through that, but I don't know if it works. So I would say, if you are interested in coming, just call me and get in touch with me, and let's see what we can work out. I have a young lady who's going to purchase some tickets today. I'm going to be meeting her today and actually do a hand-to-hand. So just let me know.
What's your number?
My number is area code 313-492-5179. 313-492-5179.
And what's your name again?
Vickie Dobbins, Dobbins. If you go on my Facebook, you will see the flyer There is,
Okay.
it'll say the Bachelor and the Bachelorette. And if you just put in Bachelor and Bachelorette, it will come up for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Vickie.
Oh, absolutely.
And I want to know, and I want to let everyone know that Vickie is a good friend of my family. She know my dad. You know, he's not physically here anymore, but they used to work together back in the day. So I'm very familiar.
Her dad, when I say I am political, her dad was political. Okay, I mean, he taught me how to be serious about what we were doing, precinct delegates, voting. And I mean, he was out talking about voting and voting rights, because at that particular time, you know, African Americans were not voting. We just like, oh, well, don't worry about it. Let, you know, whatever they do, it's okay. He said, no. I said, oh, Red, I don't want to do that. I want. He said, no, that's not what we do. We could, you know, that day is over. And then guess what? We had voting right on his property. We had parties and music and hot dogs. Oh, we did a lot. And thanks to Deitra's dad, a lot of people in River Rouge began to vote and sign up for voting. And, you know, we got involved. We went to city council meetings, you know, we just started getting involved. All of that was because of Red Covington, okay?
Okay,
and I'm telling you something that I don't know. That was real. I was there.
Right, yes. Well, you know, on that note, we would like to say thank you, Ms. Vickie.
Oh, absolutely.
Truly enjoyed the information you shared. We do have another guest, Baba Gabri. He's here, and please stay with us, Vickie, if you would like to hear what you say.
I will. Thank you.
Baba Gabri, welcome.
Yes, good morning. Good morning.
I know it's early for you. I know it's what, 6 o'clock over where you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well,
Hi, Baba.
hi, Dee. How are you?
Good to see you again. You was a hit, man. Over. We talked about you and what you shared for, you know, immediately, and still are talking about it. So good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to talk to you again today, of course, is, can you hear me there?
Yes.
Hi, Baba.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about, of course, another page, chapter in the science of life, understanding the spiritual laws and the principles. Because one of the prominent problems we have across the planet is really understanding science, you know, the laws and principles, physical, mental, spiritual. And I want to mention right now that comedy, numerically, from a numerical point of view, the numbers that make up the word and the system, comedy is a master number, 11. And comedy is a master number, meaning that there's 3 master numbers, 11, 22, 33, or 44. And comedy is a master number 11, which means that it's meant to recreate, not recreate. And so people who have a particular knack for being comical and recreate, of course, are people of color, the melanated people. And so we're supposed to use comedy as a means of enlightening people, as a means of opening our minds rather than recreation. So I just wanted to mention that to you. So we have to really understand the laws and principles, the requirements for growth and development. And when you look around you at the global situation, I'm sorry, good morning, ladies. Good morning, all of you. And so we have to understand that science, the laws and principles that govern everything need to be clearly understood. And if we realize that in the 18th century, you know, all those books you see behind the celebrities, well, that's programming. Education, as we say before, means to lead out. Yeah. So we don't understand our own chakras, endocrine glands, the miraculous creation of the human being. So we don't really. So I wanted to really remind us of that. If we're going through changes and suffering, mainly it's because we don't understand how powerful we are.
Yes.
We
Yes.
say I am. We may say I am 100 times a day. We don't understand that I am is the name of our mother, father, God. And
Right.
so that should remind us that we are miniature expressions of that same spiritual essence. And we
Yes.
have the power to change whatever we're going through. I am. And so I am that I am. Did you have something to say?
No, I'm just agreeing with you. I'm just confirmation. Woo.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I am that I am. And so that's one of the first requirements for our growth and development. And one reason why we're not able to access the power of that as the light of the world, as a crown of creation, is because we're not living, for the most part, holistic lifestyles. And I had some real powerful information, in which that come. So we need to have an understanding of in practical application of laws and principles. And the first law is the first two and major laws that would change our whole point of view: karma and reincarnation. It's so interesting because everything that I talk about is really verified in the scriptures in terms of, okay, reincarnation. Jesus reminds his disciples that the dead bury the dead. There's enough evidence that Jesus was Elijah's in previous lifetimes, and that we have the same potential. But the thing that we're blinded by is orthodox representations of spirituality, of religion. We need to understand that, technically speaking, never mind all the cultural distortions, technically speaking, the word religion means to bind back, to revise, to return, to renew. And without being insulting to anybody on the program, here or otherwise, elsewhere, we want to realize that the world is in its biggest challenge now because we're not understanding what religion means. We got all these superstitious things about God. How dare we think that a merciful, loving God would punish us? It's our karma that punishes us. And that's in the scripture. As you sow, so shall you reap. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So why can't you? But we've been so conditioned. And we have to remember that 95% of our mental equipment is subconscious, and that we've been gathering since day one. So we sit on that thinking that that's not reality. We have to really understand that the Bible is a wonderful teaching if it's understood symbolically. And we don't, and we have to stop this split level of awareness, of consciousness. We accept one part of the Bible, and then we reject the other. If we're told on Luke to look to the sun, moon, and stars, if we're told in Genesis how we go through these different cycles, judge again. If we look at the three wise men, they used astrology to find the master Jesus.
That's right.
So that's what it saddens me when I turn on the computer, wherever, and I see so many millions of people are leaving the churches. And they're leaving because our pastors have not equally prepared themselves through understanding the language of symbolism. So that's one thing we really must want to deal with. Knowledge and perfect and practical application of laws and principles, especially karma and reincarnation, that we've been here thousands of times before. When a child comes into the world with all kind of talents and abilities, and another child comes in with almost none, it's because that child has been working diligently in other lifetimes. Everybody in our circle, immediate circle, have been with us before. And we have to, and we understand that even more, excuse my constant rhyming, we understand that even more when we look into the astrological history or the astrological foundation upon which everybody is standing. We have to, so what's happening now is a lot of our problems are because we're not understanding life from a total perspective. We have to understand life, ourselves, and others by realizing, exploring the sciences. And so that's why they were told, again, look to the sun, moon, and stars. So I really want to make a powerful contribution to that. And karma is, if we understand life is electromagnetic, yin and yang, then we have to understand that we have all been here before. Whatever we're dealing with, we attract back to us. People come to me, particularly our folks, and they'll tell me that, oh, I'm experiencing somebody's working black magic on me. Nobody can work anything on us that's not ours, that doesn't come to us through electromagnetic realities. So we need to really we need to understand that in terms of our children, of our parents, of our mates, whatever kind of family situation we're born into, that's a part of our karma. It doesn't mean that we can't change it, but it does mean that God is not punishing anybody. We're punishing ourselves. We're punished by our sins, not for our sins. And so the major problem we have in this situation we're going through now globally is we're not really looking at things from a holistic perspective. And so we need to begin to do that. I remember reading a wonderful book by a Caucasian couple of years ago, and it said, preparing for the ascension is our major duty right now. And we notice that the days have gone by faster, but our understanding has not evolved. And that's why that's why we have these drug problems. That's why we have so many tragic situations across the planet. Because the more inventions we come up with, the more toxic, dangerous experiences we subject ourselves to. I mean, it's wonderful that we have all these inventions, but we have to understand how to use them properly. And so the major thing we have here is, again, we don't understand what goes around comes around. It's interesting because the word karma is even 8. So think of a number 8 as involution and evolution. So whatever comes into our lives, it's a part of that intricate 24/7 process. And so when we talk about the science of life, we're talking about the laws and principles. Look at the planet now. And the planet is going through its changes because the last week when I spoke, I was privileged to speak with you. It's as above, so below. Whatever we're going through, it's a zodiacal weather report. It doesn't mean that we're hopeless or helpless. It means we have to understand the laws and principles that we're supposed to be abiding by. And it's sad to see so many people golfing, all kind of boxing, wrestling, all kind of physical recreation activity. When we're not understanding, we're dancing in the fire. It's time for the global family to get serious. And because we're under the illusion of that we're divided. You see what's happening in Sudan, what's happening in Ukraine. We're all in the same ocean of consciousness. It's affecting all of us. So I'm not really that thrilled to hear every day how much money our pastors are making, our entertainers are making, while Sudan and all these other places are suffering, and Israel intensely. We have to also begin to so we have to also begin to unite on the scriptures. God is there was a saying, truth is one, paths are many. The same light shines through all religious teachings. Same light. And you know what you might remember to tell people is that God does not have a name. God is above name and form. So why you arguing about what name is correct? The name is structured to a particular society or culture that adopted it. But God is invisible. God doesn't have a name. Above name and form. So all fine. So I respect, I'm a Christian. I can say a Jesus freak, but I still have respect for Muslims, Buddhists, all of them. So we have to really begin to that point. We have to really begin to demand more of our pastors. Can you hear me clearly? Okay. All right. So we want to begin to unite on that. So the thing we want to do is begin to investigate. You know what? If you're right there, I will give them. I'm going to give some information to Deitra on the metaphysical aspects of Christianity. Awesome book by Paramahansa Yogananda. Probably one of the deepest books that I've that have been put out. Okay, so I'll send that. Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you had a question? Okay, Deitra. Okay.
Say the name of that book, Baba, again.
Pardon me?
Say the name of that book again.
It's the second coming of Christ. And he explains it's the coming of Christ within you.
That's the name of the book?
Yes, ma'am. The second coming of Christ.
Okay.
But I'll send you the link on it. I'll send that out when we get through with the program today. But it's awesome. And
excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Baba,
yes.
You had mentioned something about metaphysical aspect of Christianity. Was that a book also?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's in the book I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
Okay.
And it goes into explaining that the liberation of the Christ, the existence of the Christ relates to the Christ principle within you. And that the word Christ didn't belong to Christians. It was a Greek word that we adopted and put an OS on, but Christ means anointed. So it tells you about the cosmic energy that anoints people in every religion who strive for it. And the word religion, again, means to bind back. So we have to really repel against all this antique concepts that the pastors, some of them are well-meaning, but they haven't had the proper training. And rather than admit, I don't understand such and such, they'll condemn it. And so we have to really take a stand against that, immediately. Because our young people are rejecting it. Okay? This is, okay, I'm rejecting it. Okay? So we're going to get to a point where we understand ecumenical, the ecumenical aspects of all religions. They have one life. Truth is one, paths are many. Okay. And but the first thing one of the first things we want to also realize understand is, why are we on the planet? Why did the Creator make us? Okay. And I want to share with you, if you take a quick look at this. Okay, can you see the whole thing? Hello?
No, I can't see it.
Can you see it now?
Okay, now I can. Yes.
Okay, that's an astrological chart. And that's America's astrological chart.
Keep it up for a second, please.
From 7, can you see it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. can really see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be showing you more because everything has an astrological energy field around it. And the astrology chart tells you what that energy field, what's the message there, what we can, what we can learn from it. So we knew from our studies, for example, that 1776, July 4th, the founding family, because fathers, males and females, they were involved also. And so what they did was they picked a day upon which that particular venture would be successful. The reason we see that Haiti, that Louisiana, and certain places like that who experienced a lot of tragedies is because they conceptualized and and began their ventures on whatever their country is. They began that on an improper date. So they gave birth to that. And so we see now by the energy field in which it was conceived that is why they go through so many negative changes. With the founding fathers, because the founding parents, they gave birth to our planet, a city, a country, under a proper energy field. And that's why we were so powerful. But on the other hand, everything has positives and negatives. And so in 1776, July 4th, on 1776, there was a powerful, stressful energy that has been trailing us, that represent our lesson. That's been trailing us all down through the ages. And we're in it right now. And so once we understand what that pattern is, and the pattern for America's problem is right in the chart. So if we were allowed to explore that, but not the founding fathers, but the members of Orthodox Christianity, they condemned it in exploring astrology. And then
okay, I have a question, Baba.
Yeah.
I have a question. So is it true that we should do things on a proper date? Is it certain dates we should do certain things?
Most definitely. Glad you asked that question, because Ronald Reagan and his wife, what was Nancy, they were into astrology deeply. And check this out. They knew that when the moon is void, the moon is not connected to any other planet or very little, that's when things don't work out. And the moon is void, maybe 4 or 5 times a week.
Okay.
So just like when Mercury goes retrograde. And so how do we dare separate ourselves? We're in the ocean, but we're ignoring the currents. And that's what we're doing. But it's meant to keep us in the dark. There's two. Okay, so yes, so astrology can be, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be paranoid. You don't get paranoid when you know it's going to be a storm. You just dress properly.
Right.
The sciences have made it. It's not nobody condemning us. It's our ignoring it. There was just a very serious transit that happened on October the 11th. And on that day, the planet Pluto went direct. And so it's beginning to relieve for many of us a lot of stress that we have on us, a lot of just tragic, but in areas that we have to transform. So yes, it also tells us things. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say thank you for answering my question.
For example, it tells us that which I was going to talk about at some point. We talked about Dr. Donald Trump, the whole situation that went down with this young brother. Remember Tyree? I forgot his last name. A few months back, with that really that horrible situation. He got beat. Okay, so Dr. King, that brother there, we had an instrument with Britney Spears. We can see in their charts what the karma they brought with them, and there's
Okay.
nobody punishing them. So this tells us, for example, that Donald Trump, whatever, we're not even talking about his character, but he was not fit. His chart tells us he was not fit for that particular position. And so the pastor got killed years ago, I believe in South Carolina, 9 people in the church. It was
Right.
in his charts, indicating. You see these lines on the chart here. Watch these lines. These lines.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so each one of those lines tell us what energies we should be aware of and use, but use for positive purposes. Okay, to avoid negative situations. So it's all there. So that's why we have to really examine intensely the attitudes that the pastors of passing on to us. Okay, that's a very powerful science. And everyone here or present, has an aura, and the aura tells us the aura at the time of your birth. The planets are in a particular position.
Yes.
If you look at in other words, each one of us is a replica of the time and place we were born. And so we should have and the priests early on, ancient priests, were into those sciences. And so they could tell you need to do such, you need to take advantage of this opportunity on this particular day. Avoid this situation. And it also tells us who we are compatible with. See, romance is not, romance is not always a spiritual situation. And so what happens by not exploring the individual's energies in their chart, we open ourselves up to a lot of problems. And so we have to broaden our understanding. Till death do us part is actually a sense a fairy tale, because it may not be in your karma to be with that person from now on.
Right.
So it's nice you with the person until it's time for you to move into your next classroom. It's not cold, but you have relationships with people that you formed in thousands of lifetimes, different people.
Wow.
So we're living in this, and you can look in that chart and see that. You could look, for example, we talk about again in Britney Spears chart, the soul that came through as her father and was ripping her off. They ripped each other off in previous lifetimes.
Oh wow.
And they came back to finish it. And so we have to broaden our understanding on those things. And in everybody's chart, in other words, everyone here is a miniature solar system. And you are an exact copy of the energies that were in place when you were born. And that's what they say you to look at the chart. When the Bible says, call on a person upon the earth your father, they're not your father. They were your wives and your sisters and brothers and your enemies in other lifetimes. And you can see it in the chart. So it's no guessing yet. It's a mathematical science presented by millions of people across the planet. It's just factual. So we have to begin to, in other words, those of us who really want to raise our consciousness, those of us who really want to live a more prosperous experience, have to open our minds above what we're being told in the churches. Because this mosque, this body is the baddest instrument in existence.
Baddest.
She's awesome.
Love that.
Because we were told that the person has to understand at the time of your birth. In other words, your human organism, our fit body mind system, is the light of the world, because our role is to integrate and harmonize the planets, the planetary energy. We are miniature solar system. And so the first thing you should do, when you move into a location, is to see that you can pay your rent. So our rent in this physical organism is to integrate the planetary energies energy field that we were born into. Each one of us as an infinite spiritual being. I am. Our role, in other words, at birth, all the planets were in different relationships to each other. So if I have a lot of energy in Sagittarius, then that's why I'd be born a teacher, for example. Okay. And so each person should first of all find out how they're wired. It doesn't matter how much you're going to get paid, your vocation, how you going to pay for your fancy car. It's how you going to pay your rent, how you going to integrate your body, and the energies in your body. So that's why. That's what the word vocation means. Now, once again, vocation means your calling. It's right in the word, vocation, to call. So most of us are more concerned with how, in other words, brothers and sisters, we're not doing what we came here to do. We are called the crown of creation. And the crown of creation means we are here, the light of the world. We're here to put the finishing touch on what kind of energy field we were born into at our birth. Now, if all this sounds so abstract, it's because we have been trained in a fashion, in a manner that's not really in tune with the science of life. And so we want to really, really, really take that into our consciousness. So I want to also mention to you that we can get a whole new perspective in terms of how to raise our children, how to help our relatives deal with their children, because they're not being educated. They're being programmed.
Right.
So the programming is taking us off to a whole nother world. Okay. So if we understand that the programming, did we lose something about people?
No. Everybody's here.
Pardon me?
Everybody is here.
Oh, can you hear me? I think okay.
Yes.
And so that's very important to understand. I want to give you a list of words, probably next week, on the technical definition of words that we don't really use properly. So we're using the same words. You ask somebody a meaning of a word, ask them to educate me. Oh, what I mean, I don't want to know what you mean. I want to know the technical definition so we can all be on the same page.
Yes.
And so educate, again, to lead out. So we have to, you know what, it's almost better. I don't want to be insulting, but it's almost better to deal with homeschooling if you can afford it. However you have to do it. Okay. And if many of us put out the education of our children, in the sense, it's somebody babysitting. They're not really teaching them and bringing out the higher aspects of their being. So that's a major, and that's why we find so many young people nowadays, they're not really interested in so-called education.
Right.
Yeah, because they're not being educated.
Exactly.
The schools are going against their common sense. I'm going to school and learning science, and then I'm going home or to church and I'm learning about a whale swallowing people. Come on, that's not real. What's real is that's not at all. So we have to really, those of us who are interested in developing the children, we have to use another means. We have to begin to educate them. So only a small percentage of the people are going to actually get over, but let's help make that happen. We have to understand, as I've said before, America, if you take America apart, it represents I am race. The 7 letters. So the Masons scram them up. So it means that this country is supposed to build, to create members of a race who understand their divinity. And so we find the same problem, unfortunately. Oh my God, Israel. How do you the flag that and the symbols that are used in Israel represent the unity Israel, the unity of the feminine aspects and masculine aspects of our being with God. And the six-pointed star is a spiritual symbol. It represents the six aspects where light first was shining to build the creation: east, west, north, south, above, below. So both of these countries have these one. And how you keep saying on the news the holy war? What are you talking about?
Right.
But we all have to realize. I mean, I want to get. I guess I've been given my nervy energy to be candid. The Caucasian race that we put in the caves, and we did put them in the caves, that's been proven. Had to adopt weapons and wolves to survive.
Right.
I don't walk. I don't mean to cramp nobody's style, but I don't pick up no dog stew never in my life. I don't sleep with a dog. I don't bathe with a dog. They're not. You've probably heard it said that the eyes are the windows of the soul.
Yeah.
Now, here's please. Whoever eyes you're gazing in, you're taking on part of their karma. They radiating their essence into you.
Wow.
So when you look in a dog's eyes every day, you're taking some of that animal essence into your being. I'm not trying to sound spooky. We have to, I've had dogs who lived in a dog house. So you don't have to realize everything around you radiates. We'll talk about that at some point, because most people don't know how to handle their food, or the people who are handling your food. That's another subject. You have to be careful who's radiating. You ever notice that when you touch somebody, you get shocked? Well, that shock, that same energy goes into your food. And so there's so many ways in which we're sabotaging our growth and development. So I want to at some point talk to you about your aura, your energy field. And thank you. Your aura and your energy field. And I want to say you, if you don't mind, the left hand, is a powerful symbol. The right hand. And so if you're giving somebody, a right on, the right hand is the one that really should be used. Okay. Just to be clear on that. So there's so many things around us in dealing with the science of life. So I really would like to continue to inspire you to deal with your energy field through the science of astrology, because it gives you, and numerology, they go together. And it shows you exactly what the zodiacal weather report is every day. Just like most of us want to check the weather report, particularly in climates that are, that's always changing. We want to, every day we look at the news. What's the weather report? Right. And so we have a weather report around us. I'm very anxious to share it with you, because I've been doing this for 60-something years. Okay. Wow. But it tells you exactly, and we have a wonderful, we don't want to get caught up, brothers and sisters, in the downside. We want to understand that even though America has been used improperly, our flag is an awesome country with an awesome destiny, if we understand how to use these symbols properly. It doesn't change. It doesn't change the color of white or black, because people in both situations maybe don't know how to conduct themselves. So these symbols don't change. So we want to understand that this country, because many of us have a tendency to spend too much time on the downside, too much attention. Please understand this, okay? Thoughts are things.
Yes, yes.
So whatever you think about, you're creating it. So somebody's home thinking about their husband or their mate cheating on them, they're feeding that energy. Or their children doing something. No, thoughts are things. It's like somebody says, Oh, wow, you called me. I thought about you. They thought about you because of the fact the thoughts travel. You can think about somebody across the world and it travels it and it gets to them. So you have to really become more conscious of if you're not satisfied with the manner in which your life is running, then change the situation. Then begin to think differently because that will attract them. That will affect, that would affect the situation more intensely than anything you can run out of your mouth. What you think about. Because number one, it's a powerful force, but the person doesn't even know that you're thinking about it. And so you don't have the same resistance. You have to learn thoughts of things and begin to practice that every day. Any questions you have?
This is Deitra. Let's see, I had a question. For when you're speaking to me now, like in a session like this, I feel spirit is leading me to do something. It's one thing to get a lot of information, but I want to put it to use. So I want to know, what do you see me to do to help the whole purpose? Should I learn astrology or something like that and start? I don't know.
We'll learn more. As we say, you have the answer, the science of life. In other words, learn more about, okay, what does Deitra have to do? What was Deitra designed to do in her energy field?
Okay.
Because we have books. Books, see this here? This is called the ephemeris, right? Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
That's not something you want because it tells everybody's date of birth. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying begin to understand more about your mechanism.
Okay.
What kind of energy do you have you housing? And for example, this person thinking about in one sense, everybody around us is a stranger.
Yes.
Because we don't understand what the energies are.
Mm.
So never mind, I'm gonna get married just for this romantic thing, which most of us have done,
Yes.
including your shooting. But it didn't tell you until I learned more about the sciences.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then even when I learned about the sciences, I got caught up in their potential in terms of where they really inclined to want to be.
Mm.
And so we have to really be careful about that. The end goal, yes, is the end result is we want to pray to our higher self, okay? But looking at the person's chart tells you right away what they're going through, or what they're bringing to the table. And so, and so in terms of when you say, so that will help you. What day were you born again?
September 26th.
Okay, so that tells us right away that you intended to be in the executive kind of work because the 8 vibration is the vibration of 6 and 2 is 2 and 6 is 8, right? The
Yes.
8 vibration, the vehicle in which you live and move and have your being is designed to have high standards, to be large, to be in a sense difficult to satisfy but everybody doesn't have that. I have the 8 chart too. And I had problems with that because I didn't understand that I was in another level. Then I had ways that many people didn't because I had this managerial executive ability.
Yes. Yes.
So you understand, huh?
I said thank you. Thank you for telling me that.
Oh, yes, I'm saying, but you can find out at a person's birth, like as I said last week. What's that brother's name again? That's in all this trouble. 40 years, the singer.
Oh, Kanye?
No,
Yeah.
R.
No.
Kelly.
no,
R. Kelly.
R.
What's
Kelly. R. Kelly.
R.
Yeah,
Kelly.
so you can see in his birth chart
Mm-hmm.
that he had from his birth, he had afflictions between the planet Pluto and Saturn. Well, Pluto deals with sex, and Mars deals with controlling, putting the brakes on.
Wow.
And so he's had this frustrated energy, but he also had an energy with Jupiter that he could have been a preacher if his family had checked it out.
Right.
And so then you know from birth, this is what I have to help this child overcome.
Wow.
So whatever sexual expressions R. Kelly got in, it didn't bring him satisfaction because it was in his, he needed to be programmed another way. He didn't have the positive Jupiter, because everybody has positive and negative. And so every time I see him, I just say, you know, we need to fix it. So that's what science is. So some of us have to understand that what we're talking about, it seems almost impossible the way we've been programmed. But that's why the globe is going through so many negative changes.
Mama Evelyn has her hand up.
Yeah, I just the question was so you're saying in order to understand maybe my daughter and my grandson more, I need to understand what their life path is and what things they have to overcome.
Right. What energy field? See, we're not we're not astrology. We're not the material aspect. We are the spiritual being at the center of these 12 constellations. Okay, so what you want to do? Yes, you want to find out, well, what energy field was this child born under? You have a date of birth for either one of them? Just a date.
Oh, yeah, June 12th.
Okay, so June 12th is a very creative energy. They have a great sense of humor, okay, but they have a tendency to try to do too many things at the same time because of their intense creativity. So if you understand that, then we say, okay, we'll channel that. And the other ones, day of birth?
Oh, my daughter, August the 10th.
Okay, well, they're very independent. They're leaders, you know, they're natural inventors, okay? And so we have to respect that. So we have to understand the energy field in which the people live, move, and have their being. Oh, else we don't know what we're dealing with. So your astrology chart is like your fingerprint, okay? And everyone, and so we know that the stars are not, they shouldn't be allowed to control us. But unless we have a spiritual consciousness, all of us are robots, literally robots. Yes, ma'am.
Sir,
Say,
go ahead.
I think Evelyn had a follow-up. Did you have a follow-up?
Well, I'm December 25th.
Okay, so the 25th means that's just a 7. So you're very analytical, you're a loner, you like a lot of privacy, okay? And so that tells us that in your astrology chart, the planet Pluto is strong because both the sciences go together, numerology and astrology. Yes, ma'am.
Lily B has a question or comment.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Happy, beautiful people.
Hey, Lily.
Hey, I just
Yes,
wanted
dear.
to know, where can I find the chart to
No, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
where? Oh wait.
Huh?
You're in and out. Go ahead. Right there. Yep.
Perfect. I was wondering, where can I find the chart? 'Cause, like, I came in on a little late, like maybe an hour after the show had started. So I just wanted to know, where can I find this chart? 'Cause I would like to know about myself and my daughter.
Oh, yes, I'm saying, so
For sure.
you call me, I'll give you my number. You can call me and we'll talk about, listen, is that a Louisiana bridge behind you?
The background.
Yeah.
No, that's the San Francisco Bridge, sir.
Okay. Looks like this similar to Louisiana.
No, that's
Okay.
San Francisco.
Okay, you had a question, Dio?
I do. I'm a Leo, and I'm just like full of energy. I don't know what's going on.
No, Dio, what is your date of birth?
July the 25th.
Well, you're another 25 person, so you're a 7 person also, okay? So we have to look at your whole chart and see where the other constellations and planets were situated at your birth that you took in at your birth, because each one is surrounded by that. Okay, each one has their own energy field, but we're not the energies. Go ahead, dear. Yes, go ahead.
Can we, Deitra, can you put Baba's number in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Rhonda has a question. Were you through? I'm sorry. Were you
No, go ahead, dear. You got something else to ask?
Okay, Sharonda.
Yes, Sharonda has something to ask.
Yes, dear.
You're on mute, babe. Oh, there you
I
go.
don't know how to do this, but yeah, my name is Sharonda, and my birthday is March 22nd.
Oh, but you know, that's interesting because that means that you're born on a master day. You see, we need to know this at birth, because what that's telling us that you're here to build. You're here to really be involved in something, Sharonda, at a leadership level, something that's designed for, you know, to better the conditions of humanity. Now, the problem is, if the person does not use it positively, you know, like Adolf is a master name. He was shedding negative light, okay? And so you have to understand that if the person is not prepared at their birth, that's the parent's task. Prepare the child, have to know who it is. So yes, again, that's why astrology and numerology, even the tarot, the tarot is actually 20, it talks us about the 22 steps on the path of light that leads us to something positive. And so anything, any subject that was prone to help us evolve our consciousness was discouraged by Orthodox Christians, Orthodox Muslims, but it doesn't condemn the teaching. It condemns, it's condemned by how people use them. Okay. Yes.
Okay, is that Ayana? Hey, sweetie.
Does that answer your
Unmute
question?
yourself.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, she's unmuted herself.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, how are you all?
Fine. How are you?
Well, I miss you guys. I mean, you ladies and sir. I was just trying to, I heard birthdays being thrown out. I'm June 17th. Can you give me some information?
Wait, were you who said again? 17th?
17th.
June 17th. June 17th.
Okay, well that's again, that's the 8 vibration. And so 8 people have very high standards. And so we're often disappointed. I have an 8 in my chart too, by particularly if we're born in a condition where we aren't appreciative of our power, of our potential, we'll really have it hard, because we'll be expecting things of other folks that they're not able to accomplish. So we have to really understand that. You see, let me tell you something, really. If those of us here are listening want to actually improve our lives, we have to begin on a basic level. What are you putting in your mouth? Because the body has not, this golden, sensitive instrument, delicate instrument, has been created to take us to the highest levels. But if we're eating dead foods, we're densifying our temple. And it's not a personal opinion. It's that the pituitary gland and the pineal gland cannot be anointed by the higher forces if we're eating dead foods. So you have to say, okay, I got to stop eating dead foods. That means meat, fish, eggs in our bodies. So we have to think about that. Okay. So yes, ma'am, the 17th of the month is a powerful day. And the person also has it. What is his name again? Is she there? Star? She has to understand that not to be so hard on herself. Okay. Yes, next question.
Yeah, that was Lily. No, that was Ayana.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
yeah,
Lily B1.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We keep hiding for.
Okay, Star, you want to come on, please?
My
Camera
camera is not working.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh, I
All right.
can't come on. But my birthday is July the 5th, and I have a number 33 in my chart.
Well, 33 is here for service. You see, that's a master number also. And people are coming with 33. You see, when you use a high current of electricity wrong, then you get a big problem. So if you're born on a master day with a 33 or 33 in your name, that means that the planets in your chart, the moon is very strong. It makes you very nurturing. It makes you very family oriented. Are you a good chef, dear? Huh?
Am I what?
Are you a good chef, a good cook?
Oh, no.
Well, you have the potential there, so it's something but the 5 vibration, you say
What she cooks is good though, Baba. When
huh?
what she cooks is good, yes.
Okay, and so the 5 day, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I want to leave you with a poem, okay? When we stop, okay? Got me?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm saying for you, this 5 day, did you say you born on the 5th?
Yes.
Well, the fifth is freedom, progress, change. The 5 pointed stars on the flag tell us that our goal should be to purify our senses. So we in other words, we should take our senses to a whole nother spiritual. But 5 is the enemy of is the energy of freedom, progress, change. And so that's why we find 5 wounds on the body of Jesus symbolically when you take him down from the cross, because that tells us that he was liberated from the 5 passions, which are lust, anger, was it lust, anger? I get them. I get them. I remember them, but the 5 passions, and so we have to get those under control. Okay, in order to attain freedom. So when you have a 5 name in your chart, then the 5 name tells us that you are a freedom-oriented individual. Is that right? You don't want no lot of
Yes.
regulations, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a chance to get bored, so you got to have somebody around you who's very, who's stimulating. And interesting as it may be to some of us, the word Negro comes to 5 vibration. And Negro is a very spiritual name. It has an 11 soul urge, which means, and a 3 personality, which means personality, which means that the Negro is designed to liberate. That's why Dr. King was picked, for example. That the Negro is designed to liberate the global family through a spiritual expression of the creative arts. So Negro is 5 with 11 soul urge and a 3 personality. And it's all there. Never mind what was done improperly. The other side of the coin is that, of course, people of color are very creative, artistic people. Okay. And I don't know how to bring that out any differently than it's different, but remind us that our Caucasian brothers and sisters at another level, it's a retarded expression in terms of the osteoporosis. When they're 40 years old, they look 80 because it's a race that came in through extreme disadvantages. If you live in a cave for 2,000 years, that's pretty intense. And we have to really take that into mind. It's not, I have relatives, that your Caucasian relatives, friends, it's not knocking them, but we have to at some point acknowledge they're not equipped with the same talents and abilities. And that we're here to, the burden is on us. I mean, I want you, I wasn't going to talk too much about it today, but I want you to get a, go online and look at what the spell of the albino, and we'll see that people of color are still abusing Caucasians, and so it's still it's still in our it's still present. So we have to really realize, how can we improve the relationship between us and our Caucasian brothers and sisters? by understanding more about who they are and how they came to be and what we both have to work on. It's not a one-sided thing. Most people of color think that we're not victims. You want to get a book, I was saving it, but you want to get a book called The Making of the White Man, written by a white man. And it's telling you that we put them in the caves and seal them in the caves for 2,000 years. So there's so much we have to adjust our consciousness on to straighten, to get things right. So they still need to be raised, whether it's through prayer, whatever it is, in their consciousness. We made it necessary for them to adopt the Putin weapons and wolves philosophy. Look what's happening.
Baba, thank you so much for what you're sharing. However, believe it or not, we are at the 10 o'clock hour here in Michigan. So it's what time is it there?
Oh, yes, it's 8 minutes after 9. What time is it there? Oh no, it's 18 after 6. Something. I don't know.
After 7.
Yeah.
Right.
10 o'clock here, so we can actually start wrapping things up. Sister Jackie, did you want to share anything?
Is she there?
I know, I'm wondering. She sent me a text, so.
I am here. I was trying to find I'm listening. I thank Baba for his sharing. He's very knowledgeable. He brings a lot of information and knowledge that I hope resonates for all of us. And just as your reading today says about harvest and knowledge and sharing with the community, to me, this is that. And for us to take it even further and learn ourselves so that we can be the better people for ourselves and our families and our community. And that's what I'd like to share. And thank you, Baba.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you very, very much.
Baba, I was just thinking that now when we see all of us, when we see that, there's always the preparation for the baby and all the things that are traditional that we do for the baby. I've never heard that we need to understand this, what you're sharing about who they are, when their dates, when are they subdued here, and prepare ourselves through the science of their coming to better kick them off in life.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming. You had something you wanted to close out with? A poem or something you had?
Yeah, you mentioned a poem.
Yeah, we want to understand that our vision is what's holding us back. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
And we have to understand that on a clear day, rise and look around you.
Yes.
And you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you.
Yes.
That the glow of your being outshines every star. You feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near a world you've never known before. So on a clear day, on that clear day, you will see forever and evermore. So smile though your heart is aching.
Yes.
Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see that sun come shining through. For you, just smile. Hey.
Hey. And on that, let's give ourselves a big hug of love.
Yes.
Love ourselves. Oh my goodness, it's good. It's good. And hug the whole world all the way out to where Baba's at and beyond. And sprinkle all the goodness and truth and love and sharing and caring and all that wonderful stuff. And I will see you all Wednesday. Witness Day. Creative Witness Day.
Thank you.
Wisdom. Sorry.
Thank you.
Witness. Peace all. Peace
Peace.
all.
Peace.